private education system in this country is an affront to the values of equality, democracy, and fairness. I think that it is an unalloyed bad. I think that it essentially produces a privilege to privilege pipeline for those who have the good fortune to be born into some measure of economic privilege, and just keeps that truck going. But I also think in terms of the culture which is reinforced in the fee paying system and the way in which it's then reproduced in our public institutions is also very, very toxic. The idea that you can pay a fee, one, to make sure that your kid is part of that 7% who is overwhelmingly represented in the upper echelons of public life, I think is grotesque, but also the message that it sends to everybody else who's part of the 93%, which is there's something about your kids. They're uncouth, they're thick, they're violent, they're dirty, they're nasty, and I will pay through the nose to make sure that, you know, my precious little angel doesn't have to sit next to your kid, right? I think it is absolutely an affront to all the values we claim to hold as a society. Now, there's a lot of controversy about whether or not you can pursue the Finnish model of essentially banning fee-paying schools and, you know, having a wholesale integration of the fee-paying sector into the state school sector. And I think that you guys obviously have a lot more expertise than I do. I'm just a namby-pamby literature graduate. I don't really know about laws. What I think that you could do, and watch as the fee-paying sector withers after you implement this rule, is cap the number of privately educated people allowed to work in the civil service, or allowed to be represented in Parliament, or allowed to work at the BBC, or allowed to work in the judiciary at 7%. Right? Make them have to play the same percentages as the rest of us do, and watch as the fee-paying system absolutely collapses on its face.